Yeah. Welcome to West Coast We Active Podcast, number one independent podcast in the world. I need you to go to westcoastweactive.com, number one independent website in the world. Why, you ask? Because it's me, Big Silencer, DJ Heavenly, Jaron Draws, and the whole family. Tune in, stay active, don't miss out, get some merch, freshen up. Summertime's coming. We need to stay busy. Much love to y'all. Hit the subscribe button, like, share, do all that good stuff, and get at me. Yeah. We got the man himself, incredible motherfucking Javier, man.
What up, G? Nasty Nick in the house.
Nasty crew all day. The motherfucking inventor, man. Traviesos season 1 is a wrap, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was a journey. It was a journey, and we were able to complete it collectively, and that's really a dope thing.
Yeah, man, and that's I was just telling my lady, animator, script writer, score music, everything from that show was done by you, man. Like, I mean, I'm not a writer. I mean, I write rhymes and shit like that, but that was an intricate setting from beginning to end. What really inspired you to do this whole project?
Well, you know, it's a trip, G. Because what originally I was gonna do, right, is I had a segment called the Day Room, right, every week, and every Saturday during the commercial time, we would just put different skits and shit up there. And I said, sometimes it was difficult to get everybody together to do the scripts. I mean, to do the skits, right? So I said, you know what? I'll just do animated skits to make it easier, and I'll do like a story about somebody on YA. Every week will be a new episode, and we'll see his story progress. And it's gonna be one person, boy. That was the original one, right? And that's how I originally thought about it. I had thought about the story though years ago. So I had thought about the story even before I even went to YA. I had created a lot of these characters. So because I've always been into like writing and telling stories and shit, you know what I mean? So when I said, well, I'll tell this guy's story, I started thinking about it, and then I really liked the first one. I said, damn, I think it should be its own series on its own. Because what about if somebody can't come, or we don't have the day room? Like, I want this series to continue. So that's when I shut it down and said, all right, I'm going to do the series. I'm going to come back in April. I think I came back a little later than April. And I said, I'm going to come back with the series. So that's really what kind of inspired me, was just the fact that I want to do something different. You know, I want to do something that wasn't really being done. And when the homie, I think it was Drunken Chef Barbecue, one day said, I was asking, like, what are we? Are we YouTubers? What do we call ourselves? And he said, content creators. And that's just that word, creator. It kind of stuck with me. Like, yeah, I need to create, right? Because I love doing interviews. Don't get me wrong. I love to do interviews. I love playing music. But what was I really creating, right? So I was like, I need to create something, and that word stuck with me. And that's kind of how I really. There's a lot of things that were there way before, but that's what really got it going. Is that I started thinking of myself as a creator at that point.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've always known you've been a creator. Like, you've always been the most creative person. I remember my brother coming to me one day in the studio and saying, you know, Cricket's like the best songwriter out of all of you. And I was like, damn, my brother was cold. You know, he's the one that called out Kendrick. He's like, Kendrick Lamar's going to blow up one day. And he blew the fuck up. And I was like, what the hell? Because we seen him at Rock the Bells just doing little shit. And I was like, and when he called that out on you, I was like, and I really listened. I was like, man, Cricket is the best songwriter. You've always been the best, like, at like just storytelling where it feels like you're there beginning to end. When you get on, your presence felt.
Yeah, I appreciate that, G. And it's a trip. A lot of it has to do with my hip hop inspirations. To me, my two all time for me, the two all time best hip hop artists when it comes to influence to me are Slick Rick and Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Right? And they're telling stories. And I love I when I heard them rap, I listened to the story from beginning to the end. Sometimes Ice Cube would go on for some other shit and it'd be like, dog, get back to the story, right? So I picked up on that and I was like, if I ever do it, I'm not gonna do that thing. But I still love the way he picked the way he told the stories. Slick Rick to me was more of a fluid storyteller from beginning to end. He's putting details in there. He's in the back making all kinds of different noises, ad-libbing, doing all kinds of shit, right? So I was like, fuck yeah, if I ever do story, if I ever, like when I start rapping, I'm gonna tell stories. So that's why I did like Mommy Wake Up, the other one, Living in Insanity, the new one I did with ARS, forgot the name of it, this Street Lullaby. You're the one that came up with that title too. That kind of helped me write the hook, right? So all that stuff comes from me just wanting to rap in a storytelling way, and that's the way I wanted to write. So whenever I write anything, I kind of do that. And what also benefits me is I love television. I love watching TV, and there's a lot of shows out there that are dope as fuck. That I'm like, you know what? I don't need it. I don't know. Maybe I should go to school. I don't know, but I kind of felt like I don't really need to go to school for this shit. I kind of know how to write, and I know what I know how to build the story up. You know, I know that there's multi layers, and it's something James said is exactly how I try to do it. Right? He's like, you don't say this happened and then this happened. It's this happened, and as a result, this happens. Right? So it's like you're building onto the story. You're not just adding to the story. So that's kind of how I started doing it when I started writing. And I love that we were doing it week to week. We only had 1 week where we didn't pull it off, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean? And that's with the no budget, like zero budget. We only had 1 week where we didn't pull that shit off. And the great thing about doing it week to week is the story gets to change. You get to see things and you're like, ah, shit, this would be dope if I added this. Or, damn, I'm going to take this out. Or this isn't going to work. So you get to fix it as it goes along. And you can't put any holes in the story, though, so it has to make sense, right? You have to write it in a way, why is that going to happen? And fucking, so for me, that was the dopest part about it. It's just like, all right, I know what happens at the beginning, and I know what happens at the end. I always knew the ending, except for the boy part, getting beat down at the end. I wasn't sure how that was gonna go. That was kind of brought to me by James. Like, oh yeah, shouldn't he get like something should happen to him? And then I said, oh shit, yeah, maybe the cops fuck him up, right? Because he's a fucking pain in the ass. Ever since he got there, Sanchez never liked him. So I was like, all right, I wrote that in after. But at the beginning, I always knew Nightmare was gonna get stabbed. I always knew Angel was gonna do it. That's what I knew from the beginning. I knew Boy was gonna go there. Remember, I even told you when I first approached you with it, I was like, hey, could you do this? He's gonna be a little weak, but he's gonna redeem himself at the end.
Yeah, I want to stop. I'm not trying to cut you off, but I'm just trying to let everyone know you are going to get a couple spoilers in here. This is I do still want you to go watch Traviesos from beginning to end. Sorry for the spoilers and everything like that, because we are because we got to get this off your chest. Season 1 just got wrapped up, and we're really psyched about this situation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. So you know, I knew what I was gonna do. So I knew what point A and point Z were. I just needed to get B through Y out there, and that's what I.
Oh shit, man. Big Cricket Nasty. This is what I was so worried about. I just want to keep him in the mix. We got him on the road right now.
My bad. Yeah.
Nah, you're good.
Yeah. Every time I'm on, somebody wants to call. I don't know why. You know what I mean? But yeah. But the way it was going was I needed to fill that in. What happened and why did that happen? How does Angel end up stabbing Nightmare? Right? Like, how do we get to that? And so that's kind of we had to fill those holes in, fill that in, And then while doing that, we told a lot of different stories. Miss Lopez and her situation, Sanchez and his situation, Miss Cardenas and her situation, Nightmare, Rana. You had Lizette, and much love to Lupe for she was one of the first people to jump on board with it too, because she was at first I was just gonna use her for the girlfriend, and then she was gonna talk on the phone, what's going on, that's it, right? And then I said, while he was talking with Heine on the phone, it'd be kind of firme if she kind of breaks up with him, right? So he calls her and he gets, I don't know what's gonna happen, kind of thing. And I thought that was gonna kind of be the end of it. And then I was like, maybe there's more. When my boy Scooter said he would jump on, and then Dio to Respect, who played Danny, said he wanted his own episode. I was like, oh, it'd be dope to introduce Rana right now. And what if Rana ends up being with Lizette? And that's like, we could get that going, you know what I mean? So fucking, yeah, from that point, it's just like, I just told her, could you finish off the season? And she's like, yeah, fuck yeah. And now actually I have a big part for her in season 2. And that's going to be dope.
Hell yeah, hell yeah! I'm so excited about the movie coming up and everything, man. Let's talk about some of the hurdles that you went through. Like, what are some of the hurdles and obstacles that you faced the most during the writing process?
Because it was week to week, and there was no budget. You know, you can't, even if there was a budget, you still can't be a dick about shit, right? But I always knew that people are doing this as a courtesy, right? Nobody's obligated to contribute to this. And I appreciated everybody doing it, right? But there were times where things were a little late. And I was like, fuck, man, like, I'm going to have to either rewrite. So there were a few times where I had to rewrite. And there were other times where I had to wait last minute, like the day before, put that shit together. So I bust like 8 to 10 hours trying to get shit together, right? And so that was probably the hardest part, is just trying to balance the channel, balance my family, balance work, making money, and writing a story every week, a weekly story, right? And I know a lot of people are like, damn, I wish the shit was longer. I wish it was too. But that shit takes fucking hours, dog. And I'm doing it with the little bit of time that I have. So that was one of the obstacles. Another one was just if somebody couldn't do it, if I wrote them in and they're like, oh, I can't do it this week or whatever, I was like, fuck, man, I gotta rewrite this shit now. I gotta write something totally different. So that was cool. There was only one time where I had to rewrite everything, like everything, and it came out better. There was another time that was kind of dope where I didn't like the episode at all. I said, I do not like this fucking episode. Like, this shit is not good. I don't know what it is, right? But what I did is I had made this episode and then I made one after it. So I had 2 episodes. And I just took the best parts of both episodes and put them together. And it actually worked out. I was like, fuck yeah, that's the episode I wanted. So, it's just time. Time was the major thing. I won't even say money, because we did that shit with the 0 budget. We did that shit with no budget, G. So it wasn't money. It wasn't resources, anything like that. We did it. I had people recording on their phones. Like, right. I had people doing it however we could. Like, just give me the vocals. I'll make it happen. I don't even care if it sounds off. We're telling a story here. But my biggest obstacle was definitely time, G. Time was like always, every week, like, damn, are we gonna make it this week? And like I said, I'm proud of that though, because only 1 week we didn't.
Yeah, that's one thing I was like, damn, people be pressuring the homie, man. I mean, you got a beautiful community. everyone supports you. That's one thing that I'm really proud of, is that your community stood tall for you. A lot of people came forth to the table. I mean, but there is some it's like hard to please everybody, you know what I mean? That was crazy, and I seen that pressure on you, and I seen it in the comments, and I was like, damn, man, only if they knew really how hard, even 5 minutes of this was hard to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's crazy because I was originally I was gonna make this series after I was thinking about it, like I'm gonna do it on TikTok. I'm gonna do 3-minute episodes. That should be quick. I could do that shit quickly. But then when I said now I'm gonna put it on YouTube, because I thought about that, G, because my TikTok was kind of growing quick. You remember that time? Yeah, remember TikTok was kind of growing a little faster. But I said, nah, fuck no. Like, much love to TikTok, but my community, the Nasty Crew, is on YouTube. They deserve that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put it on YouTube. So I said I'll do it anywhere from 3 to 6 minutes is what I said originally, right? And then after that, I said 3 to 6 minutes. From there, everybody was like, "We need it longer, G. Make this shit longer." And I was like, "Fuck, how much longer could I do it?" And I said, maybe I can stretch it to 10 minutes. So I tried to stretch it to 10. Eventually, we were doing it weekly episodes. I think the last couple were at 12. And then the longest one was the last one, which was 16. And so that's like fucking almost 3 times the length of the first one. But it took a while to get there. And I was really proud of it, G. I was really, really proud because, like you said, everybody came together.
Right.
Everybody came together. Huh?
Do you want me to drive?
You want to drive?
Yeah, so you could do your thing.
You could see?
Yes.
Now Rosie doesn't want to be in the background.
Oh, I get it.
What up, Rosie? What up, Rosalie?
She doesn't want to be seen. Otherwise, I would have drove home.
Yeah. Nah, G, but everybody came together. You know what I mean?
Is she eating?
And her, Dwaya, I think.
No, it's black.
Everybody came together, G, and everybody helped out.
Oh,
And I really appreciated that. And I was like, hell yeah. Because like I said, we had no budget. All we had is a vision. This is what we want to do. And how could we do it? How could we tell this story? And everybody put their faith in me. And they're like, you could do it. You could do it. And I know for a fact they did because they contributed vocals. Whether it be just, members of the Nasty Crew, other people on YouTube, rappers. You know, had a few rappers doing like just different people that were like, fuck yeah, let's do it, huh?
Are you sure you don't want me to drive? You're
Well,
kind of swerving.
I didn't swerve, just that the people were right there.
I told him, Rosie, I said, is it safe for you to be doing this?
Yeah, I
could drive home, but Rosalie doesn't want to be seen on the camera.
I'm looking at the street anyway.
For everyone watching, I was willing to wait. If anything happens to Cricket Nasty, it's 100% his fault. Yep.
Now that's the other thing. When I say something, we got to do it. We said 8 o'clock, so it's like fuck. I'm not gonna have everybody waiting. So it's like, nah, we're gonna do this shit at 8 o'clock.
He called me at 8:02, ready to go. I was like, man, dog, can you wait till 9 o'clock? We could push it back.
Nah, we said 8.
All right. We got a question from G Lou Show. He said, what's your favorite episode personally, if you had one?
Shit. Oh, man. There were a few times where I was like, this is my favorite episode. But I'd probably say either the second to last or the last episode.
Yeah, the last one was my favorite too.
Huh?
The last episode was my favorite one too.
The second to last, I also like that one a lot too. Those two were probably my favorite episodes because they really wrapped up in a way and everything was connected. And it's like the second to last one, I like the intensity because you've seen everything's coming to a head. It's over. You knew when the next episode comes, things are gonna pop, right? And even from the last episode, right away, you see what happens with Lopez and what happens with Sanchez. Like we don't waste any time. We get right into it. They're in handcuffs, sitting there, and then James actually wrote that scene.
What? Fuck, that was dope. I love that scene.
Yeah. James wrote that scene. I wrote it first. He rewrote it, and he put it in a way where it just sounded more fluid. So he wrote that. And Scooter, Sharpest Heart TV, he actually wrote the entire ending, the end credit scene. So that was all him. So that's why I got co-writers in the last episode. Uh, but yeah, those are probably my favorite 2 episodes. I just love the pace of them and the way it was going. Those and probably, if I couldn't choose those two, probably the first episode because that really kicked everything off.
What was it like doing all those voiceovers, man? I was just like the other day I was commenting, you're like the new Michael Myers, you're the new Austin Powers, you're the new Eddie Murphy, dog. You're the new yeah, I mean you could play any character in the world. What was it like doing that?
Sometimes it'd be frustrating based on the character because I could play certain characters, but I didn't want to play like the harder, more tough guys. Those weren't the roles where so the ones I really struggled with were like Termite. Termite, I really struggled with him, and some of the staff too. At the beginning, the really beginning, that sucked. I hated playing the staff because it's like I gotta change my voice in a way I didn't want to, and you can still tell it's me. But the ones who I really enjoyed were Gomez. I fucking love playing that character just because I get to act a fool. You know what I mean? And so I just throw the headphones on. I can hear myself, and I'm like, "Fuck you, give a fuck, get the fuck out of here. I know kung fu, I'm a black belt, homie." And shit like that, right? Like you could just fuck with it, fuck around with it. And then the other one I liked was Monster, because that's actually I make that voice when I make fun of my wife's old man. I get my uncle on. My uncle's, yeah, Sneaks from Azusa. He talks like that. And so that's why I got his voice. Hey, homie. So, yeah, come on, homie. He always says that shit. So that's why but I called him before. Like, hey, Sneaks, could I use your voice, G? He's like, I'm not a voice actor, homie. I was like, nah, I'll do your voice. But could I use it? And he's like, yeah, go ahead, homie. Just make sure he's solid. I was like, yeah, for sure. So those parts were cool. So I liked Monster. I liked the Boy, of course, that's just my voice, so that worked out easily. Gomez was cool. And who else did I play? And actually, I'm not gonna lie, Ramirez, that was pretty cool too. I got to have a little accent and all that, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, it actually was pretty tight. And that goes back to my rap days too. You know, there were times where we had to play different characters when we're doing songs, switch it up a little bit, and so it took me back to that time. So I'm lucky that we used to fucking do records because that really prepared me for this shit.
Yeah, most definitely. That's how I was saying. Like, fuck, man, you're the new Eddie Murphy. I said you could pull off any damn character. You really knocked him out of the park. And the best part is that when you know it's you. That's what I mean. Like on South Park, you know it's those two goofy ass motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You can kind of hear them in there, and that's how you know it's your favorite person doing it. That's so dope, dog.
Oh yeah.
What do you expect next for Traviesos?
So we got the movie coming up. The movie I wanted to do it one way, but after talking to James is co-writing it with me. After talking to James, we put together a story. So it's not going to be the way we want it to be, the way I wanted it to be at first, but it's a dope ass story. Like this story is the shit. Like I was like, fuck yeah. Because I told him from the beginning, I go, look, this is what I want to happen. But if there's another story that we can tell, like I'm willing to change it. So we were talking and we brought up the storyline, and he was still trying to fuck with the previous storyline. I said, throw away that other storyline, fool. This is what we're gonna do. I love this fucking storyline, right? So basically, it's a prequel. We're gonna see, without giving out too many details, we're basically gonna see the rise of Termite, how he got to where he was. You know, unfortunately, at the end of the last one, you seen, homie, you know, he OD'd, and that was it for him. So we're gonna see the rise of Termite. We're gonna introduce a lot of new characters with that, and those characters are gonna go into season 2. A lot of them are, and that's gonna set the groundwork for season 2. So the ending of this episode, of the last episode, and the ending of the movie will definitely have you prepared for what's gonna happen in season 2. And I'll say that it's gonna be like pretty nuts, G. There's gonna be a lot of shit going on.
Hell yeah, everyone's fucking loving it right now. People are fucking cracking up right now. That's what I'm saying, man. Like you're teaching people that don't even know street lingo, new street lingo. You know what I mean? Like you're putting people on like they don't. This guy just said he didn't know what a case meant. Now he knows what a case means.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that's old school YA term right there. Get the fuck out of here, case. That was a case. Just shit like that. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, and there's a lot of it too. Somebody did ask me like, how come you don't add more YA lingo? For that, because I'm the only writer, I have to dig back into my memory. You have to remember, I was in YA. I got to YA. Well, I got busted in '99. I got to YA over 20 years ago, right? So there's a lot that I have to go back into to remember that shit. So yeah, I'll definitely. Season 2 is still gonna be in YA, and we're gonna have some. We'll definitely add some more lingo to that shit too, to let people see how we chopped it up back then, especially in lockup. You're gonna hear a lot of yeah, and you hear me, because that was something we always, you know what I mean? We'd be like, hey, silencer.
Yay, hey, cricket.
And you be like, yeah.
Yeah, for everyone tuning in right now, this is Cricket Nasty Incredible Javier. He's on the move right now. He's driving. He froze up. I knew this was gonna happen. Rosie knew this was gonna happen. Everyone knew this was gonna happen.
And I'll come
Anyone
back on the
having
line like, you hear me? Yeah. And I'll be like,
anyone got any questions about the new Travieso season 1? Tap in. The number is on the screen. Call in. Ask Cricket, man. He's ready to go. Questions are ready to rock. Love to hear from you. Also raffling off a pair of sucker duckers for anyone that calls in and shows a lot of love to Cricket Nasty and shares an episode. I'll send them off to your pad immediately. These are made by Mama Debbie out in Chicago. She makes all Snoop Dogg's pimp cups, all Little John's pimp cups, and she makes all my pimp cups and all my sucker duckers. So call in, say what up. Yeah, I knew he broke up. There he goes. Bam.
my bad, G.
No, it's all good. I was talking to the people.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull over right now.
No, you're good.
Okay, go.
Yeah, I'm my Rosie take over. Maybe it was a sign that it's time to pull over and let her take the wheel. Sometimes in life, and there will be a time in life where if I'm fortunate enough, I will have to hand over the keys to Traviesos and let someone else be the driver. You know what I mean? So maybe this is a hint to that, but that's not going to be anytime soon.
Cricket's a really control freak. He loves to have control of everything. Rosie had the greatest idea to start driving when she got in the car before it started moving. And
Right?
he decided not to roll with that idea, but now it's a good idea.
I want to drive, talk, and do everything now, man. Now
Hello.
that is, you know what? Let's go back to a previous question you had, G. A previous question you had is, what was my biggest obstacle? Now thinking back, it probably was that the fact that I am a control freak, and I needed to like kind of take a lot of that off, because there were times where I realized I can't control what's gonna happen. I can control what's gonna happen in this series, but I can't control what's gonna happen in life on the way to this series. So yeah, that was probably the biggest obstacle, is knowing that everything's gonna be taken care of, and we have to. I don't have any control over the matter. So that was kind of a hard adjustment.
I know a lot of people want you to move to big networks and stuff like that. Are you excited to move to a big network, or do you want to just keep it independent for now?
I'm down. I'm down to move it to a network, as long as it sticks with the integrity of what we're doing, right? And I would just want some kind of control over it. Out completely. That there has to be the right price, and I will create, definitely able to create, and I'll continue to create. And there's nothing's gonna stop that.
What are some of the tools that you use to create Traviesos?
Shit. It was the but I watch out for this car right here.
Well, I know how to drive.
It was it was a few different things. So from the beginning, right? Everybody used their own software to kind of record the vocals, whether it be their phone or computer or whatever, right? So we had once I got everything emailed to me, I would use Audacity first. So I used Audacity, which is a free software. It's kind of a recording software. I would use that to convert MP4s and all kinds of other files to waves, because everything had to be in a wave. So I used that to convert it, right? So I had all those wave files. I would also use Reason 5 to make the beats, the background music you heard. I made all those except one track, which was Get It in the Ghetto. Mad Dog made that shit. Dope ass track. Much love to Mad Dog. Hopefully he comes back for season 2. You know what I mean?
We're gonna remake that song called Traviesos. I already got that hook ready and everything to go. We're gonna remake that song.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so that was the first first two things I used. Reason for the beats, and I used Audacity to convert everything. Once I had everything converted and I had the beats, then I would put those in Pro Tools. I go to Pro Tools and I put everything together scene by scene. So I didn't do it like all as one episode. I did it scene by scene. So we're gonna have first scene, second scene, and whatever vocals were there, right? Have that going there. Pro Tools. On the drawing side, I used Procreate. I used Procreate on the iPad, which I fucking love. I started drawing humans today, and I was like, oh shit, got fucking Selena, Chalino Sanchez, and Tupac drawn today.
You killed those, by the way.
Yeah, just to see what it could do. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, I could do a lot with this shit. So, but at the beginning, I'm just doing cartoons, like whatever I can, right? Like whatever I can. So, we use Procreate for that. Once I do that, I send everything out to. I got the wave file for the vocals and the music and everything's all together. I got the animation from Procreate, and then I send that to a program called what was the name of the program? It's free. DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve, I put everything together. The last episode though, I added one more program. If you look, when you see that fool getting stomped out and everything, getting beat down, getting jumped, I used OBS for that.
Oh, sick.
And I used, basically what I did is I kind of used a green screen feature. I'll have them moving by themselves, like say one guy punching. I'll duplicate that so it's like 2 guys punching, 3 guys, however it is. I'll send that shit to I'll put them by themselves, and then I'll put I'll put them punching, and it's green all around them. When it gets to OBS, I'll use the green screen feature so that they're by themselves, and then I add to that shit. That's a great thing about OBS. You can add all kinds of shit. So you can so that's how I was able to add the different fools jumping Boy and Triggs at the end. So yeah, and I'm gonna use a lot of that in the movie in season 2.
Yeah, you said that took you about 10 hours to make all this complete, like one whole episode, right?
What happened?
You said it took you about 10 hours to complete one whole episode.
Yeah. Every week we had to use all those programs for one episode. All of that for one episode. So that's why it took so long. And that's why they were so short. If we had time, then we could have did it longer, but unfortunately we had to use about 5, 6 different programs, 5 or 6 different programs to make that shit happen. So
Okay, mama.
man, am I breaking up?
Yeah, you're breaking up. It's all good though. I can still hear you, and you're good. I want to give you a big shout out, man, because I know that wasn't easy. The artwork was phenomenal. Shout out to Mono and Jaren Draws. You guys really killed this shit, man.
Hey Nick, could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. All right, we're gonna talk and chop it up about this for a minute. Traviesos, number one animated series in the world. For reals, when I say that, it's for reals because we come from the ground up. I know Cricket Nasty. We go back to the damn MySpace days. You know what I mean? Like we were really holding this shit down, grinding, putting music out, records. Cricket was a producer, rapper, father. I was there the beginning of time. You know what I mean? I remember just it was just little baby Rosalie, and I think the second baby, Bubba, was just being born. So it's crazy. You know, I've known Cricket for a long time. And just to see him grow, you know, he's done interviews before. I just found some interviewed me first a long time ago, and it's crazy it popped up. So he's been like interested in that shit. Like he's always had an interest in like just he's always been ahead of his time, if I should say. And then he ended up doing it again. I remember his dad drawing. His dad drew the cover of my record, Kush to My Ears. So if you guys want to ever go check out that record, Big Silence of Kush to My Ears, his dad, rest in peace, did that. He drew that cover, and there's tons of songs blowing up, getting millions of streams right now. And Cricket produced the whole record, Fuck the Industry, the Fuck the Industry EP. So, you know, Cricket's been putting it down for a long time. He has these creative genes, and it's crazy to see him putting these projects together like this. You know, he hit me up. He's like, yo, what would you think if I put this cartoon together? And I thought about it. I was like, man, it'd be the greatest thing in the world if you put a fucking cartoon together. Dog, like, when are we gonna do this shit? Like, I always wanted to be a part of it, you know what I mean? Can you hear me, Big Crick?
Yes, sir. My bad, G. Fucking but I'm back at the pad now. So we're good.
We're in professionalism. See, I could have waited till 8:48 to get this damn thing started.
Yeah, my bad, G. But yeah, we here now.
Yeah, he is in the facility. He is at the Nasty Crew facility. He parked the Batmobile under the cave.
I'm at the Nasty headquarters right now.
You know what I mean? He's in the day room chilling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And shout out to Lupe. I see Lupe on the chat. Yeah, I've known her since the 6th grade Loma School. I went there for a few months. That's where I met her. Much love to Lupe. And she was one of the first people, like I said, to jump on and be like, yeah, I want in. And I was like, oh, shit, let's do it. Let's do it.
Well, yeah, I was just telling him, I was giving him a little background story on who I am and how we met and shit, and how you've been producing records, and like you're like the DJ Quick of Monte and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a trip. Gee, I try to do as much as I could. You know what it was? Going back to our rapping days, right? So when we would rap, there'd be a lot of times where we'd go to studios and they'd kind of like blow us off. We would remember that shit?
Yeah.
We go there and they'd be like, oh, they wouldn't answer the door or whatever. Like, dog, we're fucking here. We're outside of your house. Like, and they'd pretend like they were asleep, shut the blinds and shit. Like, you could see them peeking a little bit.
You can smell the weed.
Like, you motherfuckers ain't gonna let me in. All right, cool. So we would see that, or there'd be other times where we'd want to beat, and they would keep the best beats for them, and they'd give us kind of like the and back in the day when we broke up weed, remember the shake? It was kind of like the shake of beats. It's a cool beat. Don't get me wrong. It was a dope beat, but it's not the beat. It's not the Chronic though. It's not what they got, right? So because of that, what that made me do is that made me understand, like, I got to be self-sufficient. I got to be able to do this shit on my own. So yeah, and anytime I dig into something, I always think, what resources do I have available to me? And I'm gonna use those. I'm gonna use those resources to build what I gotta build. And that's why, you know, it comes easy for me. My bad. That's why it comes easy for me to make shit, because I know whatever it is I need to do, I'm gonna have to put my all into this shit, and I'll make it work with whatever the fuck I have. I don't give a fuck if I don't have anything. I'll make it work somehow. And you know, a lot of people want to wait, and I think that's a terrible thing to do. Don't wait. If you have an idea, go for that shit. Don't wait for you to get better equipment. Don't wait for the time to be right. Don't wait for you to finish this, or I got to do that, or in order for me to do this, I have to do that. Fuck all that. Hell nah. Just do it. Go out there and handle that shit. Because if you aren't out there doing it, it's not going to get done. That's just the way I look at it, right? Nobody, nobody's going to love your career or whatever you want to do more than you. And if they do, that's a problem, right? If somebody loves what you do more than you love it, then it's a problem because you got to be the most invested in that shit as anyone, right? Like, so for, like I said, I'm a control freak. I am a control freak, but it's because I know I have to be 100% invested in this shit because I have a vision for this. I'm a team player though. Don't get me wrong. If you're like, hey, I need something from you, I'm there. But if I'm at the head of the table for whatever project it is, I'm 100% invested, and I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that project is heard, to make sure that project is on time, and to make sure that project is of good quality or the best quality that we could produce. So for me, that's kind of the way I do it, right? Like shit, I don't give a fuck if it's not the best thing you've ever seen. This will be the best thing that it's possible for us to put out without outside funding. Because the thing about outside funding, a lot of times they're gonna want something in return, and it's like, nah, we're gonna tell the story the way we want to tell the story. Right? Nobody had creative control over this shit, but us. If you wanted a certain storyline, we'll throw that shit in there. You know what I mean? But we weren't gonna tell somebody, oh, don't talk about that, or don't talk about this, or try to throw this in there, or like, nah. We were gonna do it our way, and that's what I love about that shit.
Yeah, Lupita, for real. He's got that hustler mentality. He's a lion. He's a beast. He's always been that way, like real aggressive with it. You know what I mean? Like he's like, like I'm the type of person that I'm really a detail oriented. Like anything could throw me off, or even, like I was tripping when people were sending in vocals with phones and shit, like even like little shit like that. And he's like, nah, don't worry, dog. Let's just roll with the flow. You know what I mean? Like I remember you telling me like, damn, dog, this is just gonna just let it work. You know what I mean? This is gonna work out. And it did. You know what I mean? Like I was overthinking it.
Well, it's because at first I thought about it, right? So this is what I thought. At first, I did want nothing but recording quality.
Right.
And then I said, okay, they can do phone stuff, and I'll have it with people on the phone. So like they're talking to somebody on the phone. That's why it has the phone sound. We could definitely do that. And then I thought about it, like, is my objective to tell the best story I can tell, or is my objective to have the best quality sounding thing, right? Like if I have to choose one, then I'm going to go with the best story we can tell. And the only way I can tell the best story we can tell is by having multiple voices out there. And even if the quality isn't the best, I'm going to try to make it sound as good as possible. But the main thing we're focusing on is going to be that storyline. And after a while, people didn't even realize, like they realized, but they just ignored the fact that it was different qualities. They didn't give a shit because the story's going on. You know what I mean? The story is going on. And that's what people are focusing on. People are focusing on the story. They're not focused on, dog, that shit doesn't sound fucking radio friendly or radio quality or crispy. Nobody gives a shit about that. We're talking about a story here, right? And that's what people wanted to hear. So that's when I had to tell you, like, yeah, fuck it, fool. Let's go with it. Let's go with it, because we're not gonna stop and get great voices that we could potentially get just because they don't have the best equipment, just because they don't have the equipment we have. I was like, nah, fuck that shit. We're gonna go with whoever's dope and whoever's willing to do it, and we're gonna use whatever equipment they have. If they have a phone, we're gonna record that shit on the phone, and then I'm gonna convert that shit, and we're gonna put it up there. And a lot of the times, the people who are most committed didn't have any equipment,
Right.
And like I said, I'm grateful to them. I'm grateful to them because they took time out of their day, and if there was ever anything I needed, even if there was delays, they would let me know. Like, hey, I can't do it right now. I'll get it to you by next week, or get it to you by this time. And I would say, fuck it, let's do it. Even though internally I'd probably be stressing, shit, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? But when you have the mentality, like it's gonna get finished, it'll get finished.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Like that, just that just that confirmation alone made the team stronger, man. Like everyone came together and we really made it happen. That was crazy, and everyone's sharing right now. It's insane. Like all levels. You don't even have to be a gangster. You don't even have to come from that background to love this and to really enjoy it. You know, I know people that don't come that are really enjoying it and sharing it on the daily. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And the
Yeah,
numbers are growing from all levels.
yeah. That's what I Lupus says she's proud of this project. I'm also very proud of this project because we not only told a story about people in YA, people on the streets, but what we basically did is we told a story, G. We told multiple stories, right? We used a platform that was available to us. We used tools that we had our disposal and we put it together. Nobody taught us how to do any of this shit. You know, we didn't go to school. Nobody taught us how. Nobody said, "Hey, this is how you make this." No, this is how you do this. We come from the hip hop background, so we knew how to do a gang of rap shit, right? So that actually paved the way. And even then, nobody taught me how to do that shit. Remember, we'd be doing all kinds of shit, G, figuring it out. Fuck, does this sound good? Does this sound good? And that's what we'd be doing, right? Nobody taught us how to do any of that shit, so we had to learn. And we're lucky for that. I'm grateful for that because when it came time to getting this project going, we had those resources. All we needed was the people. And when people came through and they were like, fuck yeah, I'm down, I'm down. It's like, dog, we have everything we need, right? Like, shit, fuck what they're putting out on TV. Look what we're putting out right now, right? We have everything we need. And it's because we got the people behind us. And to me, that's what mattered the most is that we had people that were willing to take their time out of their day and tell this story. And the crazy thing is, everyone wanted to watch it too that was involved. They weren't like, give me the story. Let me know what happens next. What's going to happen next? They were just like, I can't wait to see what happens next. And I love that shit, right? Because I think the only one who really knew all the details was me. And then if I had time, I would send you the video. But if we were done on a Thursday, you didn't see that shit until it came out.
It was like halfway through the season when I started, like when you were more comfortable to where I was getting that shit. You know what I mean? Like this shit. I'm telling you, we were on the wire with this, you guys, like walking the tightrope. The homie was had stressful nights and days, you know what I mean? And he came out triumphant. He came to the end of the tunnel with 2 belts on his shoulders, you know what I mean?
That's what you got to do it though. You got to have the winner mentality, right? You got to be a winner. And I know it's a small win because we got major things that we're going to do with this and we're going to continue to grow. This is the first step. We're taking our baby steps right now. So we're barely learning how to do it, right? And these baby steps are going to get us to something major, right? But these steps are huge for us. They are huge for us because they showed us what we're capable of. And now that we know that we're capable of, and we knew from the beginning, we don't lose. We do not lose. That we knew we were going to do this, right? We all said, hey, we're going to jump on here. We're going to do this shit because we're not going to go half-ass on this shit. We're not going to be like, oh, could we do it? I think I could do it. Fuck no. We're going to get it done. That was always the mentality. We're going to get this shit done. Riverside La Sierra. Yeah, I had Beaver on 2 episodes of Traviesos. He played the part of Bandit from Madness.
Yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat room right now tuning in. This is Incredible Javier. We're just chopping it up about Traviesos, the #1 animated series in the world. First season's wrapped up. Anyone wants to call in, numbers on the screen, 626-569-8299. Say what up to the Cricket Man. I'm really proud of you, dog. I mean, this is one of my tight friends right here. Like, I do not let nothing slide with this man. We tell each other basically everything, and this is like a business. This is my first business partner I really ever had. Traviesos blowing up, you guys. Just to do a big favor, if you could go to the YouTube channel, I'm going to pull it up real quick. It's Incredible Javier. It's in his playlist. It's Traviesos. You can watch it from beginning to end and drop comments, like, and share with the family member. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's about, sharing and liking, hitting that, getting the numbers up and the views up. It gets into it. It gets into a dope algorithm. When you share and you like it, and then you stay connected with him, you see everything he posts when you keep doing that. You know what I mean? It's a sick algorithm that stays connected.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, G. Much love you out to everybody in the chat. We have Rivers La Sierra. Much love, G. Patty Sanchez. Much love. Corey La Patrona. Jaime Puente. Jaime Puente. What up, G? Much that's the boy right there. Much love to Jaime Puente. But yeah, and they're all the ones that made it possible. They're all
Right.
the ones that made it possible. And it's a trip because there's storylines too. Like I said at when we were gonna end it, I said the final episode was going to answer all the questions everybody had, right? So I made sure of that. I made sure that there was no questions that they had throughout the series that were left unanswered. But that final episode did leave new questions. And that's what we had to do. We have to do that. People were like, why you leave us on a cliffhanger? Like, dog, we gotta have new questions. We have to set up the season, right? And for season two, we have to. We know what story we're gonna tell in season two. And when it comes to the movie, it's going to be basically the same thing, right? We're gonna have questions that they probably didn't even think were going to be relevant to the storyline. They're going to see that they're going to have questions about it, and throughout the movie, those questions are going to be answered. So you will see termites rise to the top. You'll see how he got there, and then you're going to see. We already know what happened to him. He's gone, right? Uh, so you're going to see at the ending what's the consequence of that. So there will definitely be a consequence of him checking out early, right? Not that could do it, can't do anything about it now. He's gone, right? But what happens in the back end? What happens with all that? And there's going to be a lot more questions that need to be answered. And yeah, let me give you guys the email. I have it on my phone. I looked at it the other day. It's traviesosmovie@gmail.com. So traviesosmovie@gmail.com. If you guys want to do voiceovers, let me just go ahead and double check on that just to make sure. So yeah, that's what we got going. We have basically it's gonna be origin story for the movie, but it is setting it up. Believe me, it will tie into season two. All of it will tie in. Yes, there we go. It's Traviesos movie at gmail.com if you guys want to be do voiceovers for the movie or for season two.
What do you think about doing like behind the scenes for the Traviesos movie, like for the project for exclusive for Patreon members?
I'm down, G. I'm down. I actually tried to do it this time and I forgot to upload the shit. You remember I called you? What was the whole thing, G? I called you to do it. Oh, let's do this, get your reaction to it. And I forgot to fucking upload it. Like, damn, man, I remembered afterwards. I have so
I
much,
just remembered now. I forgot I even did that shit.
yeah, I had so much fucking I was doing that I wanted to do that I forgot all about that shit. So yeah, I would love to have it documented. I would love to have it documented. I have an extra camera if anyone wants to roll through. The only thing is editing that would probably be a motherfucker on top of me editing the movie. So if somebody else wants to do it for their channel or even assist with that, that'd be dope too. You know what I mean? Like fucking but yeah, I don't think I have the time to edit a whole thing, but maybe I could do a few episodes. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. How does someone support financially or become a part of the Nasty Crew or Traviesos team?
Become part of the Nasty Crew. You just be down with the Nasty Crew. You're down. Like
Oh,
so,
yeah.
so you don't have to do anything to be part of the Nasty Crew. Only thing is when we have the chats, when you're on the Nasty Crew chats, then you just ask that you keep it respectful, and that you approach it like an adult, like a grown person, right? We have grown men, we have grown women, as part of the Nasty Crew, and we don't play any kind of childish games. We don't get into any kind of back and forth with it. Well, we can disagree with each other, but we always show respect. We always come from a place of respect. So you'll never or hardly ever see people going at it, fuck you and this. Nah, we don't do that. We are mature. We're dignified. We're able to carry ourselves in a respectful manner. So that's the only thing I'd ask. If you want to be down with the Nasty Crew, just come in with that attitude when you're in the chat. You're gonna represent yourself in a respectful manner, because that's what's expected, right? When it comes to any kind of financial you know uh aid you and anyone wants to assist with, we do have a Patreon. I have not sent out the latest Patreons, and the reason why is I don't know what's going on with Office Depot. They transferred my shit to another one in Pasadena. I'm gonna pick that shit up tomorrow. So
Damn.
yeah, they said the printer was down or some shit. Like, motherfucker, I was supposed to have this shit out last week, right? But Fourth of July came, and then their printer went down, so they sent it to Pasadena. I'll pick that shit up tomorrow, and on Monday I will send out the cards. Right, I'll send out the cards that we have every month. For the videos, I wanted to save the videos for after the season finale because the video message is going to be from Gomez this time, right? And I don't want people to be like, hey, what the fuck happened to Gomez? And that'd be a major spoiler, right? Because Gomez, if you spoiler alert, if you guys didn't know, Gomez got the shit beat out of him. So when he talks to you guys in the messages, he is gonna be a little beat up, you know. So I don't want that to be ruined or anything. So but yeah, that'll go out next week. So yeah, Patreon is Patreon. I think it's what the fuck is my Patreon? Hold on, Patreon.com/Incredible Javier, I believe.
Heavenly posted in the comments somewhere.
Oh shit, yeah.
Patreon.
Javier, you look excited. I am honestly, G, I am excited. I am excited. I'm very, very proud of this because it's something that I didn't have to go outside of. I didn't have to go outside of us to get it done, right? All I needed is
Uh,
what we have here, what we have already established. That's what I didn't need to go to a professional editor. I didn't need to go to a professional recorder, professional actors. We didn't have to fucking go to any kind of producers. I didn't have to take any writing classes, anything like that. Right. So I'm excited because it's like we did this shit, G. We did it with the little resources we had. We learned how to do it, and we're gonna do it even better the next time. So it's exciting because it's a new kind of a journey that we're going on. And I love it because it also shows the progression of the channel, right? The progression of the channel started off with me on a broken ass phone. I think it was a busted ass Samsung. A lot of times I'd be right here in the back, or I'd be walking through the train tracks and just telling stories. From there, we started doing interviews. The first couple of interviews were just the phone interviews. I recorded that shit on Pro Tools, right? I think the first 2 or 3 interviews were done that way. After that, we had the camera. We added the camera. We had a few donations for that, and then we had the camera going, OBS, and it just keeps growing. Now we're doing a fucking we added music, nasty radio. Now we're doing fucking cartoons. So who knows? It's like we're gonna continue growing, G. We're gonna continue growing. So yeah, I'm very excited because I know that sky's the limit. We started off with a busted ass phone, not knowing what the hell I was doing. I didn't need he was talking about just what happened in my life to being able to tell stories and create and do things in a way that we didn't even think about. If you were to tell me a few years ago, dog, you're gonna put out a cartoon all by yourself, not by myself, but like what I mean by all by myself is like no MTV, no fucking. We don't have MTV. We didn't have HBO. We don't have Netflix. We did this shit ourselves. This is us, right? That's what I mean. All by ourselves. We didn't do it with the helping of big people trying to tell us what to do. We did that shit on our own, and I love that shit. So yeah, I'm very excited because I know we're gonna continue to do it.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like when the homie said you're excited, shit, I'm excited for him. Like you don't get how excited I am, man. Like that's why I was like, man, let me get your first interview when the season's up, man. I have to have it. You know what I mean? Like this is my dog right here, man. And I've seen the work he put in. It was blood, sweat, and tears, y'all. Like for real, for real. Like I couldn't have done this. You know what I mean? Like I don't. You were writing a book at the moment. Like you were doing all kinds of stuff, dog. Like you just came up with this. You're like, I'm gonna put this out, and you put it out. Like every episode was bomb, G.
I appreciate that. Yeah, and I still got the book. I just need an editor now. For that one, I do want an editor. It's done though. The book is done. I just need an editor to make sure I didn't fucking use a double negative or add a double letter somewhere. So as soon as I find an affordable editor, I'm gonna put that shit out too. So yeah, we got a lot of shit we're gonna do, and nobody's gonna stop us.
Nobody, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, did you think your art was gonna advance this much? Like
Oh,
your art level went from in no time.
yeah. Let me see. I should throw some up real quick.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me throw them up real fast. That
Telling
was
you guys, like that was day-to-day practice, and he just got better and better and better. I was like, damn, this shit's clear. Everything's fucking legit. Like it got so good, man. And I never seen you draw before like that. I seen you sketch and shit, but I never seen nothing like that.
yeah. It was a trip, G, because I just I'm thinking a lot about season 2 and the movie, right? So I'm like, how am I gonna do it? I want to come correct, and I want to advance. I want every time I do something, I want it to be better than last time, right? So I wanted it to be better than last time. So when I started drawing, guys, I started fucking with that today, and I was like, I wonder if I could draw like actual humans, if I can do that, and I was like, yeah, it's not the best. Again, it's not the best, but it actually is. I think it's pretty decent. Let me see if I could share it here. Let me see if I. Oh, I have to do it this way. Hold on, my bad. It shows I could share a screen, but I'm gonna have to pull up the actual screen first. Hold on, real quick, Nicolas.
Yeah, for everyone tuning in right now, I am raffling off a pair of Sucker Duckers for the first season finale. These are homemade by Mama Debbie in Chicago. She does all Snoop Dogg's pimp cups, all Little John's pimp cups, and all Big Sonicer's pimp cups and Sucker Duckers. These are personally customized right here. You can find these on Snoop Dogg at the Super Bowl.
My attempt at drawing Shalino
My
said.
bad. My bad. That was the wrong thing.
So call in, say some good words to the man Cricket Nasty. The number is on the screen. The lines are open. We'd love to hear from you guys.
All right, let me get one more. My bad. Let me show you these two. I got Chalino Sanchez too, but I put the video instead. So let me show you share the screen. So these were two that I was trying to fuck with today. Let me see if it shares it. Could you see that? Let me see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to post it up real quick. Add the stream. Boom. Tupac.
Yeah, so that was one that I did there. That one, and then could you see this one?
That has the Traviesos feel, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then let's do this one. Could you see this one? Oh no, you can't.
You might have to add it to another link. I might have to remove this one. Bam.
Let me do. People say this one looks like Lizette too. So we had that one, and let me go ahead and put Chalino up. I shared those on let me put Chalino back up here, and let me see. Do you see that one, Nick?
You got to make it a link again, I think.
Oh shit. Let me see. All right, let me. Oh yeah. I know what you're saying. Hold on, let me show. My bad. I get it now. I know what I have to do. I have to try to share it again.
So people can make requests with you and like hit you up at any moment and just get a dope ass piece of their favorite. Anybody?
I was thinking what I could even do. What I could even do is and I wasn't even thinking about this until today. I could fucking if there's somebody who's gone or let me pull up the next one. If there's somebody who's gone or that they miss and or that they want them in a picture, I could even put that person in a picture with them. You know what I mean? So like, let's say if you want a picture with you and Chalino or your pops or even the dog or anything like that, like I can do that. You know what I mean? I can do shit like that.
I'd be pissed if you drew me with my pops. I'd say, what the fuck? If you drew me with my dad, I said, that'd be some weird shit.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
that's
the other one right there.
Damn, that shit's hard.
Yeah, to do that today. I was trying to get the shirt right.
So I want to bling out the outside. I want to trace it with bling just to have that shit right here in the living room. Blinging.
This is the only thing that sucks about my situation is I'm colorblind. So that's why I do these ones in black and white.
I hate to laugh at you for that shit because I seen this Psycho Gato called out that episode the other day. Dog. He's like, That blood is brown. He said.
I thought it was red, like a motherfucker, right?
And that's another thing I want to give you props on, dog, for being colorblind and having that handicap and pulling off such beautiful colors, man. And you had some scenes that really fucking blew me away, like stars. I mean, even the last scene. I'm gonna show the last scene at the ending of our interview tonight because that was just to show the wrap up of the season. But that last scene with that homie where he OD'd and shit, that shit was fucking the greatest scene I've ever seen. Bro. Like I salute you for that, dog. Like that shit sucked me in. It was like a fucking movie at that point.
Well, you know that was Denise Castillo to her birthday today. Happy birthday, Denise!
Happy birthday,
Denise Castillo. You know she really did a phenomenal job on the voice acting, and so you know Denise Castillo came in. She did her part, and then I think I played the other. I played the other character. So it was just about me and her going back and forth. And when I sent her the script. I told her this one is going to require you to put a little bit of emotion. If that's cool, she's like, yeah. She sent it back to me. I was like, whoa, she really did a great job. So that's when I was like, yeah, hell yeah. And I'm glad that she chose that role, you know, because it's going somewhere. So season 2, we're gonna see the fallout of that because a lot of people don't realize that's Tia Gloria right there, right?
Right.
So Tia Gloria, that's Boy's aunt, right? So Boy's in the hospital.
Damn.
Her old man just died. Like what is she going through right now? Right? So that's something that we definitely need to address in season 2. See what happens there.
Yeah, she really loves Boy. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that till right now. That's crazy. She's going through a lot.
Yeah, she lost her old man. Boy's in the hospital. She you know, so that's gonna be a whole situation and shit.
What if she comes back and takes over the hood and doesn't let the homie become the leader? Shit. She's like, I'm gonna run this shit. She becomes the la madrina of the whole motherfucker. Starts smoking fools.
Oh, we do got. I'm telling you, we do have a plan for next season, and I'm always open to hear other voices and shit. But I have it set up a certain way that I think is gonna be really good.
Yeah, who did that voice again? Was that who?
Denise Castillo.
Denise Castillo, man, she killed that. I love that voice. You really captured that. And not only that, shout out to everyone that voiced in the Traviesos series, because you guys really, like, I'd say 4th episode into the season, I didn't look at none of you the same. Now all of you are the characters in the season. Like Wicked Willie is now Nightmare to me. When I see him, it's weird. It don't make no sense. Like I think he's Nightmare and he's gonna be Nightmare till the day I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way it is. Like Cricket became Gomez. That's just what happened. I don't know. Like I feel like it's just everyone that Frias, Kenneth, everyone just became their part. You know, it's just crazy. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, and it's a trip too because I think a lot of people hated Nightmare, and I think has a lot to do with Willie playing him so well. Right? Willie played him in a way where he was focused. He knew what he wanted to do, and he always kept that in mind. So that's what I loved about Nightmare. Tia Gloria, I think she's in episode 3.
Yeah.
Visiting Day, I think that's episode 9. Is it 9? I know she's in episode 3. She's in Visiting Day. She is in the last 3 episodes, I think, too, right?
That's when you really found out that she was like Boy's that was like his tightest relative when she was visiting him. Like she gave him more attention than the mother.
Yeah, and sometimes the mom will make a comeback if Corey's down, which I'm pretty sure she is. But I did it that way because you have to remember from the beginning, Boy's mom does have other kids she has to worry about, right? So she has a lot to balance, and this little motherfucker is just getting in trouble. Like, damn, fool, like damn, give her a break. She's over here trying to go to work, trying to take care of these other kids. But Tia Gloria, she's kind of like the cool Tia that she's invested and she has a lot more time because she doesn't have the other kids to worry about and shit. So it kind of works out. And there's been a lot of people like that where you're real close to your tias, and that's kind of where I got that from. Because sometimes your parents, they have to worry about raising you and all that. Your tias can give you that fucking advice, and they can show you just, I don't know. There's something about a relationship with tias. I guess because I had a really good relationship with my tias. I still do, right? And their faults, I never seen them because I don't know, maybe because they only came in. It's kind of crazy with tias, right? Like they come in and it's like always a loving kind of thing where your parents, they gotta discipline you, they gotta whoop your ass, they gotta check you sometimes. Where a tia will talk to you sternly, and you're kind of like, oh, okay. I don't know. It's just that's the way it was for me. So yeah, Tia Gloria does remind me a lot of my tias and shit, low key.
Hell yeah, hell yeah! Shout out to Thea Gloria, man. She did a great job. That was a crazy ass scene right there at the end. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Where do you see yourself retiring, man? Do you see yourself just keep writing? You're gonna keep that as a career?
It's crazy, G, because I'm getting hit up a lot now for music videos. So for people to do music videos, so I'll do that. I'm gonna tell you the truth, G. I didn't even think about any of that shit. In my heart, I'm still a rapper, right?
Man, don't
Like,
say that shit. Every fucking podcast and episode you go on, I'm retired. I quit. I don't do
no,
that.
I'm just saying, like in my heart, that's what I am. But it's crazy because I have so much other shit that content creator on YouTube and TikTok. I'm doing videos for people. Just an artist now, is writer. So it's kind of crazy, G. Like in my heart, though, it's still like that's kind of what I always seen me blowing up and doing something with hip hop. But it's kind of like I kind of missed a lot of steps because I'm looking for that, right? I'm looking for the hip hop deals. But it looks like if I do start getting into other ventures, it probably will have less to do with hip hop, a lot of hip hop influence, but a lot less to do with hip hop, a lot more to do with my artistry and writing, which is kind of crazy because that's not anything that I really thought of, G, much. I never really thought about that much, but it seems like that's probably where I'm headed for now.
You know, it'd be sick if Boy fucking started a rap career in YA and you like built him up to be some fucking superstar and like he became the biggest thing in the metaverse. Just he gets out and he's like killing stages and shit and making millions of dollars around the world, boy.
Well, there was a storyline that I was experimenting with, and I maybe I'll use it in the future, but I decided not to use it for season 2. But I was thinking about like a big ass like rap group that they're kind of what is it shaking down, right? So it's them shaking down a rap group and kind of taking over a label and doing all that. So I was really considering that because I was like, oh, that'd be dope. I could do the lyrics and shit like that. But then nah, the way this story ended, there's a lot of unfinished business with season 2 that we need to get into some other areas, right? And plus the movie. So we have another story. But who's to say that we don't have a rap group cartoon in the future, right? There's the possibilities are endless, G. The possibilities are endless.
That's what I'm saying. Boy's already that famous character, so he could like come out with the dope ass album and become the hardest gangster rapper in California, fresh out of Nellis.
DJ Gomez.
You know, DJ Gomez on the motherfucking track.
On the mic. I don't give a fuck.
You never know. But it was kung fu fighting.
Kung fu fighting, strike like a lion. Yeah. You never know, G. But yeah, there were different things that I was thinking about. That was one of the things. But well, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But for me right now, a lot of people are hitting me up for videos. So that's probably what I'll do for a while. Is I just got a message right now actually, and we'll see if that's one of them. I have 2 people saying they're gonna come through for some work, and we'll see how that goes, G. And that's always been an uncomfortable subject for me too. I love doing shit for the love of it.
Right.
So when you bring money in it, it kind of makes it difficult for me.
That's
But
why you charge a lot, so it's not difficult. When you make a lot of money, it's like, that's good.
that makes it more difficult for me.
Fuck no. When I get a little bit of money and then I spend it, I'm like, fuck, that makes it difficult for me.
I'm gonna tell you why though, G, because I always want to. It's in my nature to want to hook people up and help people, right? So when it's like, damn, am I overcharging them and this and that? But Rosie always brings up a good point. When I'm working on something for somebody, that's time I don't have with the family. That's time that I don't have working, right? So it's like I do have to make it worth my time, and that's something that I have to understand. I talked to Leon the other day, and Leon basically broke shit down to me, let me know like, yeah, you have to understand your value. And he says there's times where I don't want to get too much into his own business, but there's times where people, major stars, will lowball him, and he'll say, "Nah, fuck no." And he goes, "I ain't tripping off of that, because if that person isn't giving me my rate, someone else will." And I'm not gonna have that. I'm not gonna work three different people to give me the rate of one person. If I work three different people, they're gonna quadruple what that one person would have paid, right? So it's kind of crazy. So I'm just, that's another thing. I'm fortunate to have dope people around me, and I have dope people. I will never be ashamed. And you've always, you know this, Nick. I'll never be ashamed to call somebody and be like, "Hey, let me run something by you real quick."
Right.
And that's because I want to pick people's brains. I love and I appreciate the way people think. So I'm always like, "What do you think about this? What do you think?" And that really helps me in life because I look to successful people. Leon is one of the most successful people I know. Like he fucking trained Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Love Hewitt, John Goodman, O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Yeah.
He's Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. He's trained all kinds of people, and for him to pick up the phone to chop it up with me, like we were chopping it up for a solid hour the other day,
That's right.
and let me know, right? And I appreciate shit like that, right? Like if I call you, I know you're a busy man. You'll be on your way to do a show San Diego, on your way to do a show in Oxnard. You'll pick up the phone and you'll chop it up with me. So I always appreciate that. And I think that's why it makes it difficult for me to charge people so much, because I'm always thinking like, damn, man, what if they need this right now? So that's what I always think. What if they need this right now? But at the same time, Rosie, Leon, and a lot of other people explained my time is definitely valuable, and so is my kids' time, right? And so because of that, I do have to charge a certain amount for something to happen. So it's difficult to deal with, but it's something that I'm becoming more comfortable with.
Yeah, I've always thought like when I spend more money on something, I appreciate it more. Like when I'm getting a fucking tattoo and I spend more money on it, always turns out better, and I appreciate it more. I'm like, man, the homie got to spend that money, and I get to appreciate this tattoo.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like if they can't appreciate you having money, then you shouldn't appreciate them having your product. That's how I see it like that. Like you don't want me to have money, but you want to have what I'm going to give you. That sounds like, it doesn't sound even like an even deal to me. That's why I always tell my homies, get your worth. If not double your worth, because you know what I mean? Like you're going to be halfway through the project. Money might've been spent. Some shit might've happened,
That happened to me last time.
like shit happens like a motherfucker, dog. Like I swear to you, like, and then like when we live the way we do, everything's last minute. Like, you know what I mean? Like oh shit, here we go. I got to do this. Like it always just hits us last minute with like a gang of bricks and shit. Like tomorrow I got to go to Vegas and do a show. Like Heavenly said, like I don't stop, dog. Like I got to drive out and go meet Spice One tomorrow, dog.
That's what I'm saying. Gee, and the fact that you take my phone calls, I appreciate that, because I understand what and it's a lot of people, and I try to reciprocate that. At the very least, I'm gonna take somebody's phone call. There'll be times people will call me like, and they'll be like, "Oh shit, I didn't think you were gonna answer. Like you answer this," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'll answer." Like, and if they have something to say, I want to hear it, because I want to, I want to be there for people. But if they're calling to waste time, then that's kind of like, dog, I'm gonna hang up. G, I don't got time for this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
you want people that are, I'm telling you, dog, you just want people that are gonna keep giving you more and more and more because you're giving so much. Like I'm telling you, dog, like the homie the other day, he's like, I know you're coming to Vegas. He's like, I got you an extra 10-minute set at 450. He's on, maybe Spice could jump on that set with you too, instead of just you jumping on that one song with Spice. So I got a whole 10-minute set, and he's like, when you get here, we're gonna have a canopy for you. You could put your table underneath the canopy. So I'm gonna have a little motherfucking,
Hell yeah.
I'm used to standing in the damn sun with the table. You know me, dog. I'll show up out the trunk. You know, you're the same way,
Sure.
dog. We don't need no damn tent.
Yeah, shit. We do this shit fucking old school style. Yeah, dude, that's the thing though. We know we're not above grinding.
We're not.
Yeah.
And we're not used to getting that love. That's the fucked up part, dog. We're not used to that. No one's saying, hey, we got a canopy here for you and some misters and shit. Here's some more derbs and shit. Like, we're not, no one's ever offered that to us, dog. I had to wait outside for you have to wait till the bishop shows up to get in this building, they tell me. I'd be like, fuck, for real? Like, I'd be waiting outside and bishop would show up. We'd all walk in like a fucking stampede. No one would tell him no. You know what I mean? It was weird, dog. Like, we don't get that type of love.
Yeah.
So like we need to command it now because the years and the accolades are just building up, G. And it's like I said, I'm super fucking proud of you, dog. You got a whole season under your belt full from this motherfucking cartoon, and it's turning into a movie. And you're also having a second series. This is huge.
Oh yeah, G. You know, like we just got to keep going with it, and that's what I think. I want others to be creative with what they do, and I want to show that we're not what people think we are. Right? They have a certain perception of us. What's your name? Riverside La Sierra said, what do you think about the Tiger coming out with the song? Where they're kind of mocking us. They're doing shit to think they can make fun of us and whatever, right? We have to show people like we like you can do whatever you want. Fuck it. You want to be fucking a clown and shit, that's on you. But we are going to keep rising up, and we're not going to let anyone stop us or discourage us. We know what we bring to the table. Right. And that's always what I want to show people. I know what I bring to the table. I know what my people can bring to the table. And I know collectively, like I said, collectively, we can do this shit. And that's what we did. That's what we did with this shit. We proved we had no budget, G. No budget. We started with nothing, right? Hardly anything. We had no budget.
I still don't have a budget. I'm living off my own budget.
And fucking, but we were able to put something together. We don't have the most fanciest equipment. We have what we have, and that's what we use. So that's one thing I want to show is that we are artists. We are creators. We're writers. We're poets. We're philosophers. You know, we're not fucking what everybody believes. We're not. They want to mock us. They want to act a certain way, talk shit about us, or see us a certain way. They can do whatever the fuck they want, but we're gonna continue to rise. And that's always what I want to show is that I don't care what anyone says. And I don't mean it to be like I'm not one of those fools that's just exclusive to us, because I'm not, right? If anybody needs help, I'm gonna help them out. Like I said, I talked about my boy Leon earlier. That's my motherfucking brother right there, right? He's not Chicano, but that doesn't matter. You know, I have other homies that aren't Chicano, that doesn't matter. But when I build up, I do build up with Chicanos in mind, because I know what it's like to be that Chicano kid that nobody gave a fuck about, right? So because of that, I have to represent. I have to represent and show kids like, dog, we're going to come up. And when we come up, I want you to know that you could do way more than I'm doing. Start before me, right? I started when I was in my motherfucking 30s, right? Like, start when you're in your teens. Build that shit up. Pass me up.
Jaren draws.
Exactly. I want Jaren to pass me up. I want Jaren to win a motherfucking Oscar for his work one day, right? Yeah. Like, shit, maybe get into he's already doing editing, and maybe he'll get into the music portion of it and get a Grammy. Maybe he'll get an EGOT. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Like, I want that to happen. I want to see our people reach new heights, because I know what it's like to be that kid discouraged, thinking all I'm gonna do is end up in the joint. That's what I thought. I was either gonna be dead or in jail. Now I know that there's so much more opportunities out there, and I want to spread those. I want to spread that shit out there, let other people see that too. That's the main goal of it. You know what I mean?
And that inspires the fuck out of me because I always tell people like there's a higher position for you and it's waiting for you. Uh and it's within reach. You know what I mean? Like us alone living in Los Angeles. I always thought like when I came from the reservation, I was like, man, now I got everything in my hands. Hollywood's down the street. I could jump on the bus and go to downtown LA. And I took advantage of that shit. And like I was like, fuck, and it really helped that mentality coming from a small town, not having shit, not being able to leave. And I know you got that from being in YA. You know what I mean? You didn't get to leave, you missed out on a lot.
I
You
got
know?
that just from life, Doug. Like in general, when I was a kid, you couldn't run. You could
Yeah.
not run. If I don't give a fuck how big this, like I'd be like 14, 15 years old, getting down with homies that were 30, 31 years old, right? These are big ass cats fresh out the joint. And I can't be like, hey, dog, you got muscles. Like, fuck no. You better get your ass out there and fight, right? So because of that, I kind of took that mentality with me everywhere I went. Where it's like I'm not, we don't run. So when life gets hard, we don't run. If we have a goal, whatever, real quick. My bad. When we have a goal and things get rough, we don't run. We continue marching forward until we reach that fucking destination.
Yeah. What up to everyone tuning in? This is Big Sonic, Incredible Javier. We're just chopping it up about the season 1 Traviesos. I'm super stoked about this man right here. I just keep pumping him up like a boxer in the ring right now because you know what I mean. Like he's a champion. He succeeded. A full season is insane, and he's already moving on to the movie. Like that's already in writing. You know what I mean? Like, and season 2 is already in works. Like this is not. You guys got some good stuff coming to you. And I mean, I know everyone is waiting for more. It's coming, like it's really coming, and it's gonna be bigger. You're gonna see it on bigger screens, and like summertime is just giving us more time to be creative, and that's so dope. Salute to you, dog. Like this man has a family of 4 children, a wife. You know what I mean? He has a lot on his plate. Colorblind as fuck. Drives slow as hell, but the man gets it done. You know what I mean? He shows up and he puts in his 10-hour work and he gets his scenes done. He did the music score behind every scene. That's the piano, the beat, the production, and then he does the voiceovers for multiple characters. That's acting for 4 or 5 different characters. That's like Eddie Murphy or Michael Myers, and these are professional actors that have been doing it forever that we look up to. You know what I mean? Like he put that into play. On top of that, he wrote the scripts for every single actor in here. It's insane. Like he might have passed off a couple ideas to a couple people, but like, and they might have helped him out. But like, this is all cricket, nasty, incredible Javier, y'all.
Well, honestly, it's
for real. I gotta give you props, man.
I appreciate that, G. But even at the end, I'm telling you, G, I could not have done it without the contributions of everybody else. You know, I would have just been a crazy man doing all kinds of voices. It wouldn't have worked the same way. Like you said earlier with Thea Gloria, with the different people, with Nightmare, they gave those characters new life that I couldn't have done, right? Jaren made it way fucking easier, where it's like, dog, I had to focus on these scenes and drawing this. Could you draw this? Could you draw that? Yeah, I got you. And it's like that made it so much easier. I didn't have to worry. All I had to worry about was placement at that point. Where am I going to put this at, right? And that was it. It made it a lot easier. So, yeah, fucking that's it's the team. Like I said, we did this without outside help out of necessity. We need to let people know we are creators. We are creative. We can do anything, especially with the help of each other. If we help each other out, we can push each other and elevate to the next level. And I'm pretty sure we're going to continue doing that. I'm very, very excited to see where we go and where we take this shit and what comes out of this. Because that's the main thing too, Nick. It is not just about me. I want to see other people get creative with this. What could they bring? Maybe we'll have a Chicano fucking game show. Who knows, right? Like, what other talents could people bring to the forefront so that we can watch us and people could say, why aren't there Chicanos this? Why aren't there Chicanos that? Right? No, fuck that. We're like, I'm not asking why. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that shit, right? So now there is a Chicano cartoon, right? Like
And
I'm
it,
not.
and it
Go ahead.
united the fuck out of everybody, man. I feel like we have a lifetime connection now with every single person in here. Like when I see like I said, like the other night, like Friday, when I look at that as example, those people were connected for 20 fucking years. Later down the road, like damn, like maybe they might have got mad at each other, someone got paid more or something like that, but they're still connected because that classic. You
Yes,
know what I
sir.
mean? Like it's dope as fuck. I never thought I'd collaborate with all these people. I thought it'd just be music my whole life.
Oh yeah, well there's so much more we have to bring to the table, G, and there's so much more we will, and like homie says, we're gonna be setting trends, and we're gonna do something that others, if there's people say they want, if you say, damn, I wish there was more raza, I wish there was more Chicanos on fill in the blank, make it happen. That's all I gotta say, right? If you want more Chicanos on TV, make a TV series. If you want more Chicanos on anything, make it happen. Make it happen. And we want to see it too. All of us want to win. All of us want to see us out there, right?
Right.
Like growing up, that was one thing I always thought about. Like, damn, why is there any Chicanos this? Why aren't there Chicanos that? Now there's Chicano cartoons. Now there's a Chicano cartoon, right? And that's something that we have. And whatever else I feel is lacking, shit, who knows? We'll probably bring that to the front. But I do hope that others can do this also, and bring, if there's a game show or anything else. I want to see us out here doing something so that we can fucking so we can keep it going. He says, unfortunately, miscommunication and ego has us fucked up. I don't know. This one was pretty cool though, G. This series, we did it in a unified way. We did it in a unified way, G. We did it in a way where everyone on the team came together and helped out, and we put a series out.
I see it like this. If we fucked ourselves, we could unfuck ourselves. You know what I mean? Like we could always better ourselves every day. Like I'm still learning. You know, I learned that being married to my wife. Like fuck, I'm growing every day. There's so much shit. My views, I've had bad views, good views. You know, you get better. You grow.
Yeah,
And that's what's great. Like you said, like our culture and our people weren't taught to grow. We were taught to stay in place. We were taught to conform. We were taught to walk a line, go to work, wake up, go to sleep, eat, shit, same fucking thing over, same thing every fucking program robots. And when we step out of the box and actually say, yo, I'm going to create a fucking cartoon. You might have a couple people say you're fucking nuts, you're crazy, go to work, shut the fuck up and go about your day. You're going to waste your money and your time. But when you finish it and you get complete satisfaction and success, it flips that switch in the person that doubted you's mind, and it grows another chapter. Like I seen a homegirl in here, she said, I'm buying a microphone.
yeah, that's on Guadalupe. Yeah, much love to her.
Like that's dope as fuck when I hear that shit. I want to see more people become lawyers. We need more problem solvers. We need more people with cameras in their hand. We need that out here. We need more writers, more producers, editors, you know what I mean? We need these people, publicists, paralegals, people that could handle paperwork. Once you're done with this, after that, it's paperwork. You got to push the paperwork through these offices. You got to dress the part. You know what I mean? You got to put on a suit and tie, you know? It might suck, but you go in there and you win. You beat them at their game. You could go home to your beach house and put on your sandals and your basketball shorts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now I agree 100%, G, and that's what I'm saying. Like we have so much potential, and that's what I always want to show is that. And homie's saying that what about George Lopez? He had a good run. He did, and I don't want to take anything away from that. I'm not saying that this is my thing about George Lopez, right? I'm not hating on him at all. But there's Seinfeld, right? There's Friends. There's all kinds of shows like that, but there was only one George Lopez show. So there's that's like, what the hell? Like, why not more, right? And that's what I'm saying. If you see something out there and you're like, I wish there was more Chicanos out there doing this or more Chicanos out there doing that, right? Then do it. Like, go for it. Make it happen. Don't worry about, oh fuck, they're not gonna see it. Who gives a shit? Like, put it out there. People will watch it, and people will back it. I learned it that way. At first, I think people, if I would have hit them up, I I was telling people, hit me up for voiceovers for this and that. I don't think people understood what it was. People were like, what the hell is he talking about? Once they seen it, that's the thing too. You have to show people this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. I put out a few episodes, maybe 2 episodes, and people started hitting me up. I'm down for a voiceover. I'm down for a voiceover. I was like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. You can't be discouraged though, because at first people are gonna think you're nuts, right? I think there was a few people who hit me up at first, but it wasn't like after where it's like, yeah, I have the voices I need now. At first, it was just me doing a lot of shit because it was hard to get voiceovers because it's hard to explain something that hasn't been out there yet. You know what I mean? Like,
And that's dope that the homie brought up George Lopez, because George Lopez had a great comedic career, and then he just went. Now he has a restaurant and a casino. You know what I mean? Like, who would have thought George Lopez would have had a damn restaurant? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. You could always open up your avenues.
yeah, and like I'm saying, I'm not taking anything away from him, but there was only one show with Chicanos on there. Why not have more? And if there's a need for it, we could fill that. We could fill that void. We could definitely fill the void. What's up, Gil? Much love, G. My wife, huge fan of animation. You guys did a great job. Appreciate that, Gil. Yeah, you mean shit. It was a roller coaster ride, but we did that. We got all our resources together and made it happen. You know, it was a team effort. We did it collectively, and that's basically what we're trying to say is that collectively we can do a lot. We could do what many think we're incapable of doing, and I'm glad that a lot of homies were like, "What you need, G? I'm there," and we made the shit happen. It wasn't, I don't think we didn't have any infighting or nothing. It was pretty solid, pretty smooth sailing, and we finished that shit up on time, right? And we did 14 episodes in 15 weeks, right? So shit. Like that's we did pretty good, and we're gonna get bigger and better. So yeah, I think this is a small step, but we are going down the right path.
Hey, a small step for mankind. What did that Neil Armstrong say? Yeah, I mean, you got to take that step off the spaceship, dog, onto the motherfucking sand and put your footprint. You know what I mean? Leave your footprint.
Yeah, imagine that. Damn, that's a trip, G. Only a few people, I think about a dozen people have been to the moon.
For everyone tuning in right now, the number's on the screen, 626-569-8299. We'd love to hear your voice. Call in, say what up to the Cricket Man. Incredible Javier is live in the mix. And I also have a pair of sucker duckers raffling off. These are made by Mama Debbie, original glass lady out of Chicago. She sent these to be raffled off for the new season finale. You can see Snoop Dogg rocking these in the Super Bowl. These are real handmade sucker duckers. So shout out to Mama Debbie for the plug.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
Call in, say some words, and get these sucker duckers sent out to your residents. Looking fly on the nighttime.
Fernie Fur, much love. G, that's the boy right there too, man. Are you gonna be the next Lincoln Park? Don't give up. What's Lincoln Park? Like the group?
I hope he don't end up like fucking I tried so hard and got so far. That motherfucker at Chester killed his damn self.
I don't even know anything about any of that shit. What up, fellas? I so you love. We are halfway. I think we are getting to a point where we're gonna start seeing a lot more change, and we're gonna I think we're going down a good path. It's a bumpy road. We'll get there.
What are some of the highlights you want to give a shout out from Traviesos? Like, what do you see coming up from some of the highlights?
Some of the highlights, I just the last fight scene I think was way better than all the other fight scenes, right? So I think that was definitely a highlight. The highlight too is just the teamwork. Everybody came together, G. Everybody came together, and if you look at the first episode, it's way different from the last episode.
Oh, we got a call coming in from Janinas Moises out of Churchilla.
Hello?
Hold on 1 second. Yo, can you hear me? Let me see real quick.
Boom, 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 boom.
We're disconnected, but I can't hear him. Yo, can you hear us? I can't hear him up right here. Try to call back real quick. Yeah, call back right quick. Man, dog, I don't know why it didn't connect. Hold on one second. The homie just won these sucker duckers, though. I want to make sure he gets in here and gets these glasses. I don't know why the fuck it says it's connected right here.
Yeah, I'll let you handle that, G, and I'm gonna just be chopping up about the highlights again while you're fixing that.
Talk about how you did those scenes where you were fighting, dog, where you got them to get their face bashed in. How did you make that happen with the blood on the face and all that?
That's just the editing, G. Just the editing, right? Like fucking just you just when it's crazy. It's like scene by scene. You gotta draw, right? So first you draw the pack, you draw it in his hand, you draw his hand moving down, and then you draw it hitting. Boom. So you have it hit once. You have it move. When you have it move, you have like a little red mark to show this kind of bruise a little bit. Boom, you hit it again. This time you have a little bit of blood dripping down. And then when you have it up, you have the cut. So it's kind of like just scene by scene, right? Just, okay, now I'm going to do this. And it's just like you move it to the next scene. So it's just about like just creating that shit and just having to go like bam from here to here to here. So yeah, it's just drawing it. And that shit was dope. Only thing is I wish I wasn't colorblind. I could have made that shit red. When I heard it was brownish, I was like, fuck, man. Like,
that shit cracked me the fuck up when Psycho Gato called that shit out. I was laughing, dog. And then Jaren ran down the stairs. He's like, did you see he made it brown? I was like, fuck, I didn't even notice that part.
I'm colorblind like a motherfucker, G. I cannot. If I could, I would. If I were able to, I would have went back in time and did it all in black and white. So, but no, it's cool. It was easy to do because in YA you mainly wear the same thing. So I just asked Rosie, what is this, dark blue? Is this light blue? Yeah, cool. And that was their uniform, and then their grays, right? So that was the easy part. The hard part was when you got into the streets, making sure that the colors were correct for out there.
Yeah. You could go ahead and try to call in again. I think I got it fixed. If not, my bad. It says it's connected right here. I don't know what happened, but whoever called in, you just won these sucker duckers, handmade by Mama Debbie, and Snoop Dogg's rocking these in the Super Bowl. So you're winning about a 400, 500 pair of sunglasses right now.
Oh, that's fucking dope. Hell yeah.
These are original from Chicago. Season finale got wrapped up. We need some good words for the Nasty Man. This is Cricket Nasty, head of the Nasty crew. He is the captain of the ship. He is the man with the art piece in his hand. He is the one that did the score of the music, put together multiple characters, handed out scripts to everyone, made sure they were done weekly on time. We need his props tonight, y'all. He's getting his flowers. Call in, numbers on the screen.
Let me see. He says, or put it this way: the Simpsons do it like the Simpsons. You're gonna be the creator of the Cholitos, Traviesos, G. And that was crazy because that was a discussion we had too when we thought about how we're gonna do this. What are we gonna name it? Remember that, Nick?
What was that?
Well, we were talking about what are we gonna name it? What are we gonna name this shit? What are we gonna name it? Oh, we can name it this. We can name it that. YA babies. We can name it this. Like, but what about when originally it was gonna be like YA babies? The original title, I remember from when I was originally gonna do it on.
Oh, there we go. Hell yeah. Yo.
Is this Nick?
Yeah, this is Nick. Ken Andrews, you are live on the air.
The big silencer?
This is the silent assassin, the silent monster street boxer, the one and only. What's going down?
What's going on? Oh, man, it's so cool. I was just looking at your show. It's a good show, bro.
Hey, thank you so much, man. I'm just chopping it up with a good friend right now. He just finished his animated series right now, Traviesos, the #1 animated series in the world. We need to get you a voice in there, man. You got a crazy-ass voice.
I know. Yeah. People, it's crazy here. We'll put it that way. It's crazy. But it's fun, though.
Yeah, man, we got to give my boy an award at your award ceremony. He wrote this whole thing. He just put out his whole series. It's 14 episodes. He's working on a movie. And then after the movie, he's going to be putting out series 2. So maybe we could get him up on the stage to accept an award, maybe best writer of the year, something like that.
Was that the guy you were interviewing? What's his name?
Incredible Javier. He's got an amazing show right now. He's got a YA baby. He's bridging the gaps between communities. I've seen him do major things with this podcast that he has. He even got me started on my own podcast and everything like that.
Beautiful. Very good. That's a thought, isn't it?
Very good thought. I think the man deserves a nice golden award on his show.
Yeah, you know what? I would be honored because I looked at some of his work after I saw your interview, and it's really impressive.
I appreciate it.
For those wondering who this is Mr. Ken Andrews. He is a OG in the game. He does the South Bay Music Awards. I won my hip hop award in 2012 with this man. Just a dope. They had the Lakers out there. It's a really professional event. They're having an event coming up. I'm going to be interviewing him on here, but yeah, I'd love to see my boy get an award as well.
Yeah, sure. We'll talk about that. I definitely want to give him some community recognition. And you know the nonprofit, Nick, the City Lights Foundation.
Yes.
Gateway Connection by nonprofit. You know what he does? That's Howard Scott. We went to high school together. Now he's number one in the world for nonprofit organizations. Yeah, he's highly endorsed. So he's sponsoring my event.
Damn. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's cold. What's up? Yeah. So what he does, Nick, is he knows the struggles of our youth of today, so he gives them alternatives, right? So he built a skate park in Harbor City for the kids through the Gateway Foundation. Totally sponsored, city funded, put it together for them. So and he has after-school programs. You get these kids away from drugs, away from gangs, and right into something positive. And he's been successful at it.
Hey, Ken Andrews, I'm going to take this other call, my brother. Thank you for calling in. I got a lot of people calling in trying to get a word in with Cricket.
Call from
Big Rob.
To accept, press.
Yo, you're on the air with Incredible Javier.
Hey, if I give you guys 10 sopas, can I become female raza?
I got dropped leva, dog. I don't know anymore. I can't make that call. I'm leva as fuck.
Come on, Playboys. What's good with you guys, man? I got 10 sopas, Javi.
Buy your way to Firma Raza. You know how it goes, Gil.
Hey, Javi, listen, man. I'm going to get 100% with you. I haven't really had time to watch your whole thing yet because I don't want to get caught into a whole season. It's almost like a Netflix thing, right?
Yeah.
However, my partner here, my wife here that's sitting next to me, she doesn't miss an episode. She finished it off today, and she's like, I want to know what's next. And she gave me the scoops of the homie hitting this guy because he was trying to become Prima Raza, and then there's this chica, and then the staff guy or somebody trying to kill some other hyena so they can all come together and fall in love. And from what I'm as far as the video, it's great, homie. I saw it. You're doing your little fight scenes and all. It's a beautiful thing. I see you've taken a lot of time into this, Javier, and silence. All the guys that pitched in and spoke their lines. It's cool, dude. It's very cool what you're doing. It's got me excited. But I got 10 sopas so I can become Prima Raza, homeboy.
Appreciate that, Gil. And you know what the main thing I really wanted to show is that if we come together collectively, like if we come together, we can accomplish whatever we need. You know what I mean? I know this is a small step. But there was no cartoons like this before. There was no cartoons telling our story, especially from the subculture that we came from, and telling the details of it. And now there is, right? Now there is, and it's not because I did it. We did it.
And especially, listen, I've seen some other ones that are I don't know what program you're using, but it looks a little bit similar. But it's not what you're doing. They're doing more of almost like a Fool's Gone Wild type theme with it, right? You're doing it from something that, it's realistic. It's real shit. When I listen to the stuff I do, it's something I don't because I kind of try to stay away from remembering certain shit about those eras of my time, right? I'm sure some of you guys can understand that. And I hear it, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. All of that shit was going on, but but it's dope, dude. It's dope that you guys are actually putting all those thoughts into an actual show.
Yeah, appreciate it, G, because that's what everyone to know. If they think we're missing from something, if they think that there's a need for us to be somewhere, if there aren't enough Chicanos on TV, if there aren't enough Chicanos here, put them there. That's kind of the message, you know what I mean? Like I really thought there was a need for this, and who else is going to come to our aid, Gil? No one is. We got it.
That's right. We all need to eat more Honduran food.
Hey, that's my Honduran
I'm just
brother
looking at
right
the comment section. But if you give me like maybe 2 tall boys and a bag of chips, maybe I can be part of your guys' show, man.
Hey, shit, I'll pay for that, man. We need you in the movie in the next season for sure. I was about to say we need American Cholo a part of this shit.
I'll definitely tap in with you guys.
I'll go work a day for free on your you could be the foreman. I'll work for a day for free right there, building houses.
You won't last, fool. You won't last, homeboy. You won't last.
Come on, dog. I'm a young Honduran in the game.
I think I could last a day. I could last a day for sure.
Hey, you know what? I'm telling you guys will not. You guys will not. I've seen guys leave 2 or 3 hours in. I've seen guys puke on the side. You guys will not last. I love you guys, but you guys will not. We might need to do a reality show on this.
We're gonna have to do. I'm ready, man. We're gonna show up 6 o'clock. I'll be there with coffee for you and donuts.
We'll put it on your channel. The American Cholo Challenge. I'm down, G. I'm down to take the American Cholo.
That's it. Hey, brother. Thank both of you guys for what you do, man. I appreciate it. I'm enjoying the show.
Hey, let your wife know I send mine and thank you for viewing. Appreciate it, yo.
Man,
for sure, Javi. God bless, man. Bye.
Man, that's a legend in the game, y'all. American Cholo. That's what's up.
I'm gonna have to shoot him those sopas.
Yeah, I told him I can't make that decision. The Angel got dropped Leva, dog. I can't. I'm just trying to prove myself.
But yeah, no, it's a trip, G. You know, like I trip out. There was so many different storylines in the show that I'm glad we had the opportunity to touch on. There was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different kind of manipulation tactics that were used by wards and also staff, which is kind of fucked up. And I'm glad all of that came to a head at the ending.
Yeah, man. I know I don't want to hold you up all night, but Cricket, this motherfucking show is phenomenal, dog. I appreciate you for letting me be a part of it, for even giving me a head role, for giving me the responsibility, for believing in me, dog. You know what I mean? Like, you knew I could hold this down, and I appreciate that. And I'm going to do my best to spread the word. And like everywhere I go, I tell people about this. You see me, you know what I mean? I'm not going to stop. You know, this is what I do.
And we're only getting started, G. This is the beginning. Like I said, this is a major step for us, but it's a baby step compared to what we're planning on doing. We have a lot more coming. We have, like, I'm telling you, we're gonna really put this out there. We're not waiting for anyone to put it out there for us. We're putting it out there, and we're gonna show what we're all about.
Not only that, like, you brought the youth up, like you pumped Javier-Traviesos up so much, dog, just by having him a part of this shit. Like I give him a plug. That's my son, you know what I mean? Like that, just seeing him come down here and like, Cricket didn't send me nothing this week. I'm like, man, Cricket, you got to be on Cricket because I'm telling you, he's a goer, he's a mover. You know what I mean? Like, and that pumps him up. You're teaching him work ethic. You're teaching him, he doesn't have uncles and shit. You know what I mean? Like, he just has me and his mom. You know, so I look at you as uncle type for that kid, and you're making him.
Yeah, and that's what I want to show these kids. I want to show them that, like I said, we can't wait. We can't wait. We can't hope. We can't wish that somebody's gonna help us out. If we want to do it, we gotta do it ourselves. And that don't be discouraged by it. Be encouraged by that. Fuck yeah, we gotta do it ourselves. I'm gonna do it. Get with whoever you need to get with and make that shit happen. Javier-Traviesos, I'm telling you, he has a huge fucking future ahead of him. There's a lot of kids out there. I know we're going to do amazing things. They're going to push that shit even further. And I'm excited to see it. Chicanos is the future. That's the way I look at it.
Hell yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm proud of you, dog. And I appreciate you for letting me have the first interview after the first season. You're a king in my eyes, you know what I mean? And I appreciate your family and everyone supporting you. Rosie's a beast behind the scenes.
Yes, sir.
She's made it happen since the beginning of time. She got me my first show, and I'll
Yeah.
never forget that shit. You know what I mean? My first hip hop show, and looking, I've been opening up for legends ever since.
Yes,
So
sir.
we're just meant to do this, dog. Don't ever give up. I'm always here if you need me. Like I said, you guys could always hit us up. We're always here for you guys no matter what. The movie's coming, season 2 is coming, and a lot more is coming. The homie's working on a book, you know what I mean? He's mentoring the youth out here. Jaron Draws might come out with something new. You know, you ever need anything, just hit us up. We're a big network here.
We'll make it happen. And anything, we're always supporting positivity. Much love to Divine Hustles in the chat. Much love.
Yeah, much love to everybody that participated in Traviesos. All I ask is you guys support the Patreon. Anything you could do. I mean, it's like $2 to $15. Anything helps. You don't have to, but it helps. You know what I mean? And everything's out there. Go to nastycrew.com, support the website, get some merch. We got Traviesos merch coming really soon, so we'll be letting you guys know when that's up. Let's just keep pushing, share up the episodes. Anything you can, that helps out a lot.
Appreciate it.
You know what I mean? And I'm going to end it with a high note by playing the last episode to the first season. So if anyone's watching it in the middle or something like that, I don't want to give you a spoiler. So just click off, maybe come back and watch the last episode with me on this interview right here. That'd be dope as fuck.
There.
But with that being said, my dog, Incredible Javier. Any
love.
last shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, hell yeah. Again, thanks to all the voice actors. Jaron Draws, Mono VPLS for Victoria Park. That's the boy right there. Honestly, we would have never even got started if it wasn't for him. Big Silencer, the crew at West Coast We Active. My family always having my back. All the homies, City of Monte, you know how we do. The Nasty Crew, man, you know, like the Nasty Crew, always showing support. And my YA babies. You know, that's shit. We got everybody we need there. Family, friends, Nasty Crew, YA babies. And Rosie Ray, that's my baby girl right there. You know, she did it all. She's behind the scenes. So I'm telling you, this is what we need. Whatever we need out there, we got to keep pushing and we're gonna keep going. And I know it's like I said, it's a small baby step, but it's a huge step to what we're gonna get going. So appreciate that. Much love to everybody. Much love to the Nasty Crew. Much love to my YA babies. So with that, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, Ramirez.
Sanchez, hand over the bag.
What? Hey, what's all this? Man, I got time for this. I gotta go.
Okay. That's what I was afraid of.
I can't believe this. My husband is going to flip. He's going to take my kids away. We didn't even do anything.
Yeah, you did. I heard about that shit. You're nasty.
I'm nasty. You're the one corrupting all those kids, letting them run wild.
You let them run wild on your nasty ass cheeks. At least I'll be able to walk within 100 feet of a school when I get out.
We're both fucked. I can't believe Cardena snitched on us.
You're fucked. I'm just going to jail. And I bet it wasn't Cardena's either. She would have turned your pervert ass in a long ass time ago.
I know it was her. You're probably just covering for her.
Man, I ain't covering shit. Believe what you want.
Keep it down in there.
Someone get me away from this pervert then.
All right, listen up! There's gonna be a few changes you're gonna be noticing over the next few weeks. Until we get things settled, remember our faces. I'm Sergeant Fuentes, my colleagues Sierra Montoya and Dela Cruz. We'll be filling in until YCC's are chosen. Now, gentlemen, we don't want to fuck up your program, but we're not gonna let you run the shit while we're here. So while present, we will be in charge. Dela Cruz, Montoya, anything you want to add?
I'm willing to work with you guys, but don't try to get over. It won't end well for you.
Like I always said, The pen is mightier than the sword. What you pretty princesses will find out is just because you'll be reassigned caseloads, we'll still write you up faster than a tick can bite a warthog's ass. We have friends on Nixon and Taft, and they'll make room for your biscuit buns.
Again, gentlemen, we are not trying to fuck with your program, so please don't fuck with ours. If we feel you're acting out or you do some dumb shit, we will make you feel the pain. Please understand that.
Morales, you got mail.
Dear Izzy, it hurts to write this letter. Honestly, I never wanted to hurt you. But I have a confession that I need to make. The last few months, I've been in a relationship with someone out here. I didn't mean for it to happen. I didn't mean for it to go as far as it did, but things happen. I'm being honest, Izzy. We started as friends, but I couldn't control what happened next. I'm in love with him. I don't want to hurt you, Izzy, but I have to move on. I'm pregnant with his baby. You have so many great qualities, and I know that you'll find someone that is right for you. I'm sorry I couldn't work out between us. I really wanted to work it out with us. But I didn't realize how long 7 years actually is. I'm sending you some stamps and a money order as a goodbye. I really hope you get out and you find your ride or die chick. I hope you understand. Sincerely, Lisette Duran.
What the fuck? I couldn't believe this shit. I felt like someone stabbed me in the fucking heart. I really thought she was gonna wait for me. I didn't understand the Duran shit either. Her last name is Hernandez, but she's always trying to play like she's married and shit. Damn. Well, I didn't have time to worry about this shit. All I know is I was ready to take this out on Nightmare.
Hey, Cracky, Kyle, homie. Let me holler at you real quick. Check it out, man. I don't trust this Vato boy and this Vato Triggs. They look like they're up to something, Holmes. I want you to keep through shot tonight. All right? Stay on point, homie. You know what time it is. Buenas noches.
Yeah, homie. Drop by in about 2 hours. I'll be right here in the suite. Pick 'em out lady, too. I have a few spots I want to hit tonight. Tu sabes, homie. Órale. Yeah, for sure, homie. Hey, I'm gonna take a stress reliever. Give me about 2 hours, homie. Simón. All right, carnal. I'll see you in a while, homie. A rato.
Damn, it was finally time. I felt the adrenaline pumping. Trick said he'd follow my lead. I knew we couldn't rely on Angel, so I had to act quick. If we hit Nightmare after count, he'd have enough time to apply that steal. It was now or never. Bottle madness, puto.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Break this shit up!
Fuck you, Holmes. Street boys.
Triggs blindsided Cracky, which bought us a little bit of
Break
time.
this shit up!
But after that, we were quickly swarmed by the street
Fucking
boys.
puto.
Fuck it. Nightmare.
Break
The
this
fuck
shit
you
up!
gonna
Madness, punks.
Bitch,
motherfucker.
Break this shit up!
He got me, dog. Fuck. Fucking hit me, dog. Fuck you, Angel. Fuck baby's mama. It's still street boys, Holmes. Fuck.
Oh shit. We got one over here stabbed.
These little fuckers think they're badass.
Who started it?
Morales did. He hopped out of his bed and attacked Solis.
Morales, huh?
Yeah, Sanchez would always complain about him. He said he was trouble, always causing shit.
He's probably the one that dropped dime on Sanchez.
Well, let's teach him a lesson.
They started beating the shit out of me. I was getting fucked up. I heard the tag team would do shit like this before, but I had no idea how ruthless they were with it. They showed me no mercy.
Shit, Ramirez is coming.
What happened here?
Morales got up, attacked Solis with a pack. That kicked off a group disturbance. Evans initially stood on his bunk, but when the numbers looked overwhelming for Dominguez and Morales, he jumped out of his bed with a shank and stabbed Solis. Wards, Contreras, and Duran really did a number on Morales. Him and Solis got the worst of it. They'll both require hospitalization.
Shit. This isn't good.
We're here, homie. Termite. Stay here. Fuck, homie. Damn it.
What happened?
You don't want to see him like this. Stay back.
What do you mean?
Fuck. He's gone.
No!
I'm sorry, Gloria, but you're gonna have to call an ambulance to pick him up.
What?
We can't leave him here. I can't be seen here. You're gonna have to call once they leave. Say you found him like this. You won't be lying, you did. Tell me you're supposed to go on a date. If they ask for anything else, ask for a lawyer.
I can't.
You have to. We can't leave him here. I gotta go.
Let's go, homies.
Ah, fuck.
Get the fuck down!
Get off me.
Snitch.
Bitch
Get
ass
the
fools.
fuck down!
All right, homie.
Damn it.
Get the fuck down!
Fuck you, Gomez. You fucking snitch.
Oh, fuck, we're gonna need another ambulance.
You guys didn't do shit.
Triggs, could you speak up for me?
I don't know, homie.
Come on, I took out Nightmare.
I'll give it a shot, homeboy. Hey, check it out. We're about to have a junta for all the female raza. If anyone else sidebusts or causes any kind of interruption or distraction for the duration of the junta, fuck your dead shit.
Secondhand
emotion. Check it out. With all due respect, we just moved on the vatos from Street Boys in Washington. It was me, Boy, and this vato Angel from Madness. He was leva, but wants to be brought up. He showed some cora today, but I want to see how you guys feel.
This is Tomas from that Female Classics gang. I never heard of that vato doing anything that justifies him being female raza.
Hey, Holmes. Soy el Freaks, the big bad Street Boys gang. I heard that Vato Angel got pumped up to do that one jale. I ain't impressed, Holmes. He's a fucking lame and no good on mines. And I speak for my entire barrio. As for you two vatos, it's on side, Holmes. Street Boys gang.
That fool's leva on mine, homie.
Hey, check it out. This is Sporty from that big bad bottle of madness. Hey, Triggs. I know Boy probably asked you to do this, but I'm gonna let you know like this, homie. That Vato Angel's leva as fuck. That fool ain't from my barrio. That fool will never be from the madness, homie. That fool's leva on mine. Tattoo an L on his forehead.
Yeah, I know what's up, homie.
That vato is leva.
Well, I guess that's a majority, homie. Angel's still leva. I'm taking a blast off. Sorry, Angel, but they have a point. You haven't done anything, homie. One little jale. That's nada in their eyes.
I ain't tripping. I'm gonna prove myself.
Well, good luck, because we're going to war. You got a target on your back.
Dominguez, Evans, you better hope Solis pulls through. You got him pretty good. If he doesn't make it, that's murder one. You guys won't be returning to the line. You'll be going to prison. You better pray he opens up his eyes again.
Ha ha ha. You're going to the slammer, Triggs. They're going to fuck you up in there. Dead shit, Triggs. I hope Nightmare dies, then you go to the joint and die. Fuck your dead shit, Triggs. Fuck your dead shit world.
Get off the wire, Frias. I'm not in the mood right now.
Hey, Ron, I need to talk to you. Keep the shit on the low, homie.
What's cracking, homie?
Our boy Termite passed away earlier tonight.
Oh shit, what happened?
Yo, deed, homie. I don't know why you didn't wait for me. You didn't like slamming from behind us. We could have waited to pick her up.
That's a dangerous drug, homie. I can't see myself ever using that stuff. It's a damn shame, homeboy. We gotta move forward, though, huh?
Unfortunately so, homie.
What's gonna happen, G?
This is a fucked up time. But if everything works out the way he wanted it to, I get my seat on the committee, homie.
Serio?
Yeah, homie. I inherited the kingdom. It's not how I wanted it to happen, but it's our time. You ready, carnal?
Hell yeah, homie. You know I'm ready. I'll plug anybody like I plugged Perico. I'll send them all to hell, homeboy. You know what's up. And also, I could use the feather. I have a baby on the way.
Congratulations, homie. Keep your nose clean, handle your business, and you'll be a rich man.
Thanks, homie. I appreciate that. You know I always keep my nose clean and handle my business. Homeboy, we got this. We're going to make this money and get rich together, homie.
Damn, I really need to make a decision now. I got Lisette pregnant. The big homie just died of an overdose. I've been out here putting in work. Man, I really need to think about what I'm gonna do, man. What this life holds for me. Do I keep on my path, being a gangster? Or do I bring up my baby? Man, you know, this was not even supposed to plan out like this. You know, I just wanted to be able to say, just to get at boy. That's all I wanted to do. I never loved her. I never liked her. I just wanted payback. I wanted to get even. But man, now that I caught feelings for her, I'm caught in this moment. I don't know what to do. Now she's pregnant. Man, things could change, man. I really got feelings for her. You know, life's a trip. I don't know what I want to do. But I know I cannot leave my neighborhood. Street boys forever. Can I do both? Or can I only do one? 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I know one thing. I'm going to live in this moment right now. Hey, homie. What's up?
So, homie?
Have you made peace with your maker?
Man, fuck you.
Say a prayer, homeboy.
Oh, shit.